Easter Eve.
News with Katrina Smith.
Welcome and good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Katrina Smith. It is Sunday, March 31st, a very special day for many Christians. It is Easter Sunday. Meteorologist Jill Reel is in the Weather Center, has a look at that forecast, whether you're heading out to church or a family breakfast or dinner. Can we break out those Easter dresses? Is it going to be too cold? What are we doing?
Long sleeve Easter dresses for today because it is still March, guys, and we are dealing with some drizzle this morning as well as some cloud cover. But just like on Saturday, we will see some sunshine this afternoon. So let's look at that Easter forecast again for today. Pretty much typical what you should expect for the end of March, with temperatures going to be in the 40s. We will see some sunshine as we head towards this afternoon. Now, it's not showing up on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, but we have been dealing with some drizzle throughout the morning. But that will give way to some sunshine as we head towards this afternoon. And then we're not quite done with snow yet. I know April is tomorrow. It's not an April Fool's Day joke, but we're going to be dealing with some snow next week. But some very positive news as of right now. Looks like we're seeing sunshine for the solar eclipse. So for the rest of today, we are expecting a decrease in clouds that will help temperatures warm up into the upper 40s. We'll look at the rest of next week's forecast coming up. Katrina?
Thank you, Jill. Pope Francis presided.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Jill Reel.
We are starting off this morning with clouds and a little bit of drizzle across central New York, but the weather is going to improve as we go throughout the day. Let's take a live look at our Nexus Center cameras looking towards downtown Utica. Again, we are stuck with that cloud cover across the region, but the clouds are going to give way to sunshine, very similar to what we were dealing with on Saturday. So do expect more in the way of some sunshine as we head towards this afternoon and into the evening hours. Temperatures across the region, we are starting off in the mid to upper 30s, 33 degrees in Otter Lake as well as Inlet, 40 in Westernville, 38 in Westmoreland, 38 as well in Dowdesville. As we head to the south across the southern valleys, again, temperatures across the southern valleys, 37 in Hamilton, 38 in Cooperstown, and 36 in Oneonta. Quiet conditions for the most part on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We were dealing with some drizzle this morning with some low-level moisture, but as we go throughout the morning into the afternoon, do expect less in the way of cloud cover, more in the way of some sunshine as some drier air moves on in. But on our radar and satellite, you can see we are pretty much stuck in the clouds right now. You notice some breaks in the clouds up towards Watertown as some drier air begins to move into the region. So do expect improving conditions, especially by this afternoon and into the evening hours. So on our Skycast, again, by the noon hour, mixed sun and clouds, 45 in Utica, 39 in Old Forge, 42 in Cooperstown. As we head towards this evening, quiet and clear with temperatures topping off in the upper 40s. For tonight, the weather does remain quiet. We will see a little bit of extra cloud cover on Monday. Now, by Monday afternoon and into Monday evening, there is a chance for some showers. Again, nothing widespread, but some scattered showers are to be expected by Monday evening. And then as we head towards Monday night and Tuesday, a better chance of widespread rain moving into the area. Now, after Tuesday, we have some question marks as we head towards Wednesday and Thursday. We are going to see two low pressure systems that will be impacting us. The first one will be a western runner, so that means the low pressure system will be to the west of Utica. And when we get that, we get some mixed precipitation of rain, wintry mix, and snow. But as we head towards Thursday of next week, we also are watching the potential for a nor'easter. So kind of a complicated forecast for next week. For today, though, decrease in clouds, temperatures in the upper 40s. Tonight, we will drop back into the 30s across the area. And taking a look at the rest of your forecast, as we head towards tomorrow, again, showers late in the day, and then very unsettled weather for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But just in time for next weekend, high pressure moves in. And it looks like, as of right now, the solar eclipse looks to be sunny, which is some very good news.
That's a relief.
I know, a lot of pressure on us. So what is the most popular Jelly Belly flavor?
I feel like I was going to go with very cherry, but we're talking Jelly Bellies, right? Very cherry is probably the most overall popular. I would say would have to be like buttered popcorn because you can't get that anywhere else, but then that's weird. So maybe juicy pear.
It is actually very cherry.
A lot of thought went into this, though.
But between 1998 and 2003, buttered popcorn.
Buttered popcorn, because Jelly Belly's the only one that makes that.
Exactly.
Smart marketing move, right? Okay, so here's what we've got here. There are so many jelly bean flavors. I
know.
went to the Easter aisle and I was looking, and I couldn't even count them all.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah. So I wanted to do a little taste test here.
Okay.
I got Jelly Belly,
I want to see.
Sweet Tart, Starburst, and Brock.
Okay,
So
do you
it's
know
like
which
kind of
one is
multiple
which?
choice. I don't. I wrote it on the bottom.
Okay.
Well, I had my
So
helpers
which one
right
are
on
we
the
starting
bottom.
with?
Let's try that one first. You open it.
Do they take? Okay, just by the color,
You know what this is?
is Sweet Tart.
Sweet Tart.
So the color, I don't know if you guys can see. Ooh, because I'm making a mess. It's more like pastel and muted.
Yeah. So
Ugh.
Sweet Tart. My daughter thought that was the best. They're super sweet.
No.
Oh, you know, you need to be blindfolded for this.
No, I think I know.
Don't look at it. Just put it in your mouth.
That's Jelly Belly.
Heck yeah, you're good.
Well, 'cause
Okay.
I saw the spotted one.
Oh, you guys can't see these.
That's okay.
See?
There we
There you
go.
go. You can see it now.
Okay, next one.
What do you think this is?
I already know what these are too.
You do?
Starburst.
She's a jelly bean connoisseur.
Those are the best.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, by
Except
far.
some of them taste like detergent.
No,
Maybe.
No.
Maybe it's a cilantro thing.
And then these
You know
are
what these are?
the Brocks.
Wait, don't you want this black one?
No.
Some of you at home, I'm sure, love
So
the
speaking
licorice.
of, one of the top flavors is licorice.
Isn't that crazy?
Why?
Because some people like licorice. You know?
Yeah, I have to say. Oh,
What's your favorite out of the four that
Starburst, hands down.
I picked? Starburst, hands
But I
down.
want to try the speckled one. I was afraid that
That's
Katrina
peanut
was going to
butter.
get the Harry Potter.
I thought about it.
The what's it called? Bamboozled ones.
But like the ones that taste like
Booger,
yuckiness. Yeah.
grass,
Ugh,
yeah.
Vomit.
Ooh, I got the prickly pear, the juicy pear.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
really good.
That's like one of the top.
Okay.
So anyway, you know, we had to work on Easter, and so we had to have some fun on
Yes.
Easter, and we apologize if you didn't enjoy our fun, but now you know what our top pick for jelly beans is.
Yep.
Thank you for playing, Jill. We'll be back after this. Welcome back, and thank you for joining us for another half hour of News Channel 2 Weekend Today. I'm Katrina Smith. Happy Easter to everyone who celebrates today. Meteorologist Jill Reel is over in the Weather Center tracking March-like temperatures for March. It is a very early Easter this year.
Yeah, did you know that the Easter always falls on the Sunday after the full moon after the spring equinox?
No kidding.
We have a test on that
So
coming
it's a
up.
meteorological thing.
Yeah, it's astronomical more than meteorological.
It's all tied together,
It
though.
is, yes. So
Okay.
that's why it's so early this year. But anyway, it's the forecast for today. It's going to feel like March across the region as temperatures are going to be in the 40s. Now, we are starting off with some drizzle and some cloud cover this morning, but do expect sunshine as we head towards this afternoon. Even though it's not showing up on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, I am tracking some drizzle to start for this morning, but that's going to give way to some sunshine as we head towards this afternoon. It's not an April Fool's joke, but we are going to be dealing with some snow next week. But the positive as of today looks like we are going to see sunny skies for the solar eclipse for next week. We're just about a week out, and we're going to keep a very close eye on that forecast. But for today, again, we will see some sunshine. It's going to take some time, but as we head towards this afternoon, do expect some sunny skies and temperatures in the 40s. We'll look at next week's forecast coming up. Katrina?
Thank you, Jill. There have been multiple arrests and
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Jill Reel.
We are starting off this Easter Sunday morning with clouds and some drizzle across central New York. As we take a live look downtown Utica, our Nexus Center camera, again, we are stuck with that cloud cover for now, but drier air is going to begin to move into the region, and with that drier air, we're going to see a return to some sunshine as we head towards this afternoon, evening. Very similar to Saturday. It's just going to take a little bit of extra time to see that sunshine as drier air begins to move into central New York for this afternoon. So we're going to be dealing with a cloud cover and the cool conditions for this morning. We are starting off in the upper 30s to low 40s. We're at 38 degrees in Lowville, 34 in Otter Lake, 33 in Inlet, 40 the warmer spot in Westonville as well as Dolgeville. As we head to the south across the southern valleys, 39 in Hamilton, 38 in Cooperstown, 36 in Oneonta. Again, some drizzle is around on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, but with drier air beginning to move on in, we will slowly begin to see the clouds dissipate. We're already seeing that up towards Watertown, some breaks in the clouds, as well as closer towards Lake Ontario. As we go throughout the morning hours, drier air is going to begin to move on in, and that will allow those clouds to break up, and we will see a bit more in the way of some sunshine as we go throughout the afternoon. So on our Skycast, as we head towards the afternoon with that sunshine moving in, temperatures will warm up into the mid to upper 40s under partly to mostly sunny skies. So by 5 p.m., we're seeing lots of sunshine across central New York. Now, as we head into tonight and into tomorrow, an increase in clouds. So we are going to see more clouds and sun on Monday. The rain looks to hold off until late Monday afternoon and into Monday evening. And even then, just a few sprinkles will be around for Monday. But as we head towards Monday night and Tuesday, a low pressure system will begin to move on in, and that will bring some rain into the region, especially as we head towards Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday evening. After Tuesday, we're watching a complex storm system. It's going to be a 1-2 punch. Our first round of precipitation looks to be like rain and a wintry mix, all based on elevation. That's for Wednesday. Then for Thursday, all depending on temperature, we may see some snow across the region. Just want to put that out there. We will fine-tune the forecast as we get closer. For today, though, again, any cloud cover this morning will give way to some sunshine. Temperatures will be in the upper 40s. Tonight, we'll drop back into the low 30s under mostly cloudy skies. Again, unsettled weather for the middle of the week with a wintry mix, some rain, some snow, pretty much everything but the kitchen sink for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And as we talked about last half hour, a nice ridge is going to build next weekend with high pressure, which means sunshine is possible as we head towards next Monday. And I was just talking to Bill Cardis. We may be one of the only locations with sunshine next Monday. So that's going to be very interesting.
Lots of tourists.
Yeah, that is possible. Okay, back to a real deal trivia question for this half hour. What is the most popular Easter candy in America?
In America?
Yes.
Okay, so let's say Reese's egg.
That is actually correct. And that is my favorite.
It's my favorite,
Yes,
too.
yes.
Like any of the other ones, I would totally pass up. But if you put a Reese's egg right here.
Done.
Hey, by the way, our favorite, I think, was the Jelly Bellies because they're gone and the rest of them are still in their eggs.
There you go. Well,
Yeah.
except for the sweet tart one.
The sweet tart ones my daughter took. I think kids just love like
Sweet.
super, super sweet stuff.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much, Jill. Thank you guys for playing along with all of our Easter fun.
With Ben Kinney.
Good evening and happy Easter, everyone. It was a beautiful Easter Sunday in central New York. How long will this nice weather stay around for, though? Let's head over to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Eric Gage is there to tell us. Absolutely gorgeous day. I mean, hardly any clouds in the sky on Oneonta, or in Oneonta, I should say.
Yeah, that's right. And you pretty much took the words out of my mouth. It's been a beautiful day
Yeah.
today. Highs approaching near 50 in some spots. The sun is peeking out. Didn't quite seem like that initially this morning with all those clouds and that light drizzle we saw. But a live look at Oneonta right now. Gorgeous blue skies. That is continuing over pretty much all of central New York on this beautiful Easter Sunday. You can see it here on the New York Mesonet Camera Network, all the way up from Redfield down to Springfield and Lawrence. Brookfield, not a cloud in the sky. A live look, the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Everything is quiet this Easter evening, and over the next 12 hours tonight, we're talking about sunshine giving way to mostly clear skies. Doesn't quite show it right here on our diagram, but what we mean by that is, if you head it tomorrow, it starts out pretty dry, remains dry throughout the afternoon and evening. Maybe a brief light passing shower by tomorrow night. But following that, we are tracking a very complex setup by the middle of the week, which will initially bring some rain showers, followed by a wintry mix, and then over to some snow. We're going to talk all about that in detail, plus an early preview of that eclipse forecast straight ahead. Ben?
Thank you very much, Eric. Dibbles in. Free.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good evening. Welcome back, everyone. Hope everyone had a fantastic Easter with your friends and family. Today, it's been, at least initially, a pretty unsettled start, but that sun is more than welcome this afternoon and continues into this evening. A live look at a beautiful shot of downtown Utica right now with cloudless skies facing the east, gorgeous blue, and you can see here all across central New York, temperatures in the mid to upper 40s with lots of sunshine. A few clouds sticking south, but for the most part here locally, looking at completely sunny conditions. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, a live radar. Almost everything is entirely quiet all across the Northeast. And enjoy this dry weather and, dare I say, mild weather for now, because as we approach the middle of this week, things will turn a little bit more unsettled. So let's take a look at the bigger picture. And we're going to be forecasting for this entire week to let you know exactly what goes on and why it goes on. So initially, sunshine today gives way to mostly cloudy skies tomorrow, maybe a few peaks of sunshine. More rain begins to arrive a little bit Tuesday night. And then here comes an area of broad low pressure out in the west. And this is going to surge in some rain above freezing temperatures here in our area by Wednesday, especially Wednesday night. Now, with the way meteorology works, it all has to do with transfer of energy. And this low is going to transfer energy from here down to the coast where this low starts to strengthen. Now, this is going to pull in some cooler air from the north and switch over this rain over to eventually a wintry mix and then over to snow as this, which now would be a nor'easter, continues to surge up to the northeast beyond Boston up towards Maine. And this is what we're going to be dealing with over the next few days, starting around Tuesday night and then lingering until roughly Friday. It's going to be a long duration event, producing some pretty unsettled weather and cooler conditions for the end of the work week. But today, we have seen plenty of that sunshine. Clouds moving a little bit tonight with overnight lows falling right around the low 30s. Then for tomorrow, initial clouds give way to hopefully some more sunshine by the afternoon with highs in the 50s. A pretty pleasant day. But again, enjoy it as we head into Tuesday. Things will turn a little more unsettled with a few spotty rain showers south before more rain surges in north. A heads up as we are now just over a week away for the path of the total solar eclipse, and give you guys a heads up on how cloud cover is shaping up right now. It's still trended to be sunny, and surprisingly, New York State might be the only sunny spot in the entire lower 48 where this path of the eclipse goes. But again, we're monitoring trends, not initial model outputs, as it's still over a week away. But early call says we're looking at partly cloudy skies with a good chance of spotting this eclipse. But over the next 12 hours, that sunshine gives way to cooler temperatures tonight with increasing clouds and lows in the 30s. Your 7-day forecast, you can see here a return to not so spring-like weather with rain switching over to a wintry mix and snow. Temperatures falling into the 30s for Wednesday through Friday. But good news is, as we head into Saturday and Sunday, more sunshine does arrive. Be right back.
First look at your forecast.
Good evening. Hope everyone had a fantastic Easter Sunday. The weather for tonight, well, it's looking pretty quiet with a few passing clouds and temperatures falling into the low 30s. You can see here passing clouds and dry tonight. And we are, though, not out of the woods just yet with snow as we turn our attention to the middle and end of this coming work week. More on that in just a few minutes. But on top of that, we also have a preview of the total solar eclipse, which is set to arrive next Monday. And again, over the next 12 hours, temperatures starting out in the upper 30s, cooling down into the low 30s tonight before we rebound back into the 40s and 50s by tomorrow. Overall, pretty dry tomorrow, but again, we're tracking that wintry system set to arrive by Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll talk all about that in detail straight ahead. Ben?
Eric, thank you very much. Dibbles in free.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good evening. Welcome back. Hope everyone had a fantastic Easter and Easter weekend. And over the next 12 or so hours, we cool down, but we remain entirely dry. In fact, look at those conditions between tonight and around 10 to 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. We see that dip down into the low 30s, right around freezing, before we warm back up into the 40s by 10, 11 p.m. and eventually into the 50s by tomorrow afternoon. Winds, though, remaining pretty quiet for the most part. Calm early on, then between 3 and 5 miles per hour by the early morning hours tomorrow, so won't factor in those wind chills too much. And again, it's looking to remain entirely dry for the night tonight. Looking at our chance of rain for the next 48 hours, you can see here looking dry for most of Monday, maybe a brief light sprinkle late Monday night. Better chance for rain showers arrive Tuesday evening and Tuesday night as we are looking at an approaching low pressure system arriving from the southwest. And let's talk about that because this system is a bit complicated and to be a long duration event. Starting out, you can see here, dry for the most part Monday. A few passing showers might arrive later on Tuesday and Tuesday night. But here comes that low pressure. It's a bit of a strong one, and it's a pretty large one way out to the west. This will initially bring rain showers here to us in central New York. But in meteorology, transfers of energy take place, and this one will transfer its energy down to a coastal low, which will turn into a nor'easter. Following that, that rain switches over to snow in a wintry mix as cold air mixes in from the north, and we start to see a changeover from rain to snow here locally in central New York. But initially, in higher resolution and the short-term forecast, we're talking about quiet weather tonight, lows falling into the low 30s. Then by tomorrow, rebounding into the 50s for highs with those clouds giving way to maybe a few peaks of sunshine by the afternoon and early evening. Then clouds begin to arrive once more as we head into Monday night and early Tuesday. We could see a few passing light sprinkles Tuesday morning and Tuesday afternoon, but for the most part, not looking anything major, at least until Tuesday night and early Wednesday. But an early heads up for those of you who are willing to go out to watch the solar eclipse next Monday. Early preview of the forecast calls for partly cloudy skies, and you can see here the trend of this is keeping those clouds to the south. We'll continue to follow this and provide more updates on this eclipse forecast as the days do get closer. But over the next 12 hours, we can see those temperatures cooling down into the low 30s, back into the 40s by tomorrow morning. Your 7-day forecast, a return to 30s for Wednesday through Friday, back into the 40s by Saturday, and fingers crossed that sunshine